Hey, Sharon, what you think of that, man?
Think of what? I don't even know what that is, bro.
The Rays? What?
And nobody care about the Rays, bro.
I don't either.
We
I
chop
just
on.
collect hats.
We chop on only. The Braves, yes, sir.
Man. Oh, Braves. Ronald Acuna here. You think y'all win series this year?
Who?
Ronald Acuna playing. You think y'all win the World Series this year?
Nah. Because he ain't the problem. It's our pitching that was the problem.
Yeah, he got hurt early, didn't he? He tore his ACL, didn't
he? Yeah. I mean, it wasn't early for real, but it was like, midway through the season.
Hello.
That boy had a Paul George jersey on, bro. That's why Paul George was a good player.
We got to talk about it later. Paul George taking that last shot and not even looking at Tyrese Maxey kind of crazy.
They're going to get it figured out.
That's what all-stars do, ain't it?
Nigga, I mean, I know you're not a Maxey fan, but I would rather have Maxey taking that shot than Paul George.
I mean, PG
no shot, bro.
Well, PG hit the plug.
Nigga, he ain't hit that one, and Maxey had the hot hand. I ain't even a Sixers fan.
I get that, though. I get that.
I don't know. I just feel like you feed the hot hand in that situation. They acting like it's now. I can see if it was PJ Washington or something. And it's like, hey, that's PJ Washington. But Tyrese Maxey? All right, Sherman, it's on you.
This boy trying to do a Boondocks thing, man. He ain't say, where Rico go?
I don't know where he done disappeared to. Sherman, I think it's time to add another one to my collection, man.
That thing fat as a mug, bro.
Damn. Butter turn champ, boy.
There you go. All right, Sean, we on you, brother. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on. Got him to the house, baby. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. The Lounge Podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, new host. I do the most. It's your boy.
You right about that?
The man, the myth, the legend, President Sherm, baby. How y'all doing, man? What's good? You know what I'm saying? I'm not alone, man. I'm not alone. I got my boy up top. That's my boy Rico Mack. 11 times. What's up, man?
Oh, good job, but 6-3. Stop playing with us. But I gotta show my partner some love. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Well, nobody knows who that is.
But don't worry about him. Worry about the team. We worry about him. No.
Undefeated, ain't they?
I believe so.
Tight. Hey, but last but certainly not least, on the other side of me, we got Jay, the undisputed, but I'm a disputed universal champ. No way, bro. What universe are you talking about? Jay, what's up, man? Say what's up to the audience, bro?
What's up, man? Sharon doing me a big solid tonight, hosting for your boy, man. But, I'm still here trying to hold it down, defend my universal title.
Hey, you better watch the throne, bro. This like when Brady came in for Bledsoe. You better watch out.
If I could get one of y'all to host more, I would love it.
The craziest part is he think he Brady. No.
Hey, it's this like Ryan Mallett that 1 year Brady tore his ACL.
Look, man, we got a lot of stuff to get into, but not a lot of time. So let's be quick about it. You feel me? Let's go. Let's jump in. Today was a very big day in America for obvious reasons. The NFL trade deadline, gentlemen. So we just want to open it up to you guys, see what deals, what moves did y'all like? Did y'all dislike? not only from today, but for the trade deadline as a whole. So we'll start with you, Rico. What you thinking, man? What was your favorite transaction? Let's start with that.
To be fair, I'm liking that Hopkins trade, man. I think he just need to keep warming up a little bit. I'm still liking that. Can he because the way he showed out in that, I ain't gonna say show out, but he did his thing though. You know what I'm saying? And he going to keep improving though. He gonna keep learning that playbook and get right. So I like that little duo they got.
For sure.
What did you say?
It's new. No, I definitely like, watching obviously on Monday Night Football last night. You just see the veteran presence that he brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them young dudes like Xavier Worthy, he had a wide open touchdown, but he botched the footwork. In the first quarter, and he ended up out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? But then they kept going to Hop. Travis Kelce found his footing a little bit. Mahomes likes some veteran receivers who he knows is going to make the right play at the right time. You know what I'm saying? And they're not necessarily winning with their athleticism at this point in their career, but it's very similar to the Patriots when they had Edelman and Gronk. Now, obviously, Hopkins is a better receiver than Edelman, but it's that veteran presence, you know what I'm saying? That safety security blanket. When I throw it to you, I know where you're going to be at. And most importantly, I trust in your hands. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that a lot out of Mahomes last night. He was like, I trust in his hands. I'm a thread the needle a little bit more, try to get a couple more yards. So I think for sure he's a good addition to their offense.
With that trade, you can also look at it as, I don't know depending on how you look at it, D-Hop is either the smartest man in America or just the luckiest man, depending on how you look at it. The reason I say that is because he wanted to get more money. That's why he signed with the Titans. And I don't know if he just knew that when he got the more money that he was going to end up getting traded to a contender in the middle of the season, or if the Chiefs having all these injuries just ended up opening up a spot for him. So depending on how you look at it, he's either the smartest man or the luckiest man in America right now.
I'm not thinking it's going to work out though. It's going to work out.
Yeah, I think this was the plan all along though.
For who? For D-Hop?
Yeah, if you're D-Hop.
Not necessarily. No. Not necessarily. I think when all them injuries happened, they kind of had to move.
I think he genuinely believed in what they was building in Tennessee, and he even said it. He came out with a statement. He was like, I'm very close to the ownership, the management over there. They're like family to me in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just the type of person D-Hop is. Now, obviously, he wanted to play for a winner. Other than them Houston teams early in his career, he never really played for a winner. You know what I'm saying? So
you're right about
this is really his first time playing for an actual contender. So I think he's very thrilled and excited, to be on the stage again. Because you'll forget he was top 5, top 3 wide receiver in his prime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And man, what's some of my trades there?
It was him. It was Julio.
AB.
And I don't know who else you could say.
AB
was one.
Come on, man.
I think
Julio was that, bro.
Only reason I say AB was one, bro, because him and Julio did a lot of the same things similar. The only difference was they were about 5 inches in height difference.
And Julio dunking on people.
I mean, I haven't seen Julio AB do it, but that's because AB couldn't be guarded. Timmy Toe Tap?
Come on, Timmy Toe Tap? I get that. But come on,
I'm just saying.
It's different level, man. Different level.
He's sick. I mean, yeah, I'm not taking none away from Julio. I'm just saying, that's the only difference is the height. They were to me, they're virtually the same player, just like 6 inches of height difference.
But they got completely different styles, though. Come on now, they really do.
They kind of do. I agree with that. Very different styles.
Y'all were talking about
Julio way more physical.
Y'all were talking about moves too. I ain't gonna lie. Zadarius Smith to the Detroit Packers was a crazy move. Bro, they got so many former Packers over there, bro. It's crazy. Or they've had rotating in and out the last few seasons. It make it seem like we incompetent, which I'm starting to think so. But that's Zadarius Smith trade. While Aiden Hutchinson is still down, you go pick up Zadarius Smith. Not gonna be the same player as Aiden Hutchinson, but not no slouch and no pushover either. And this ain't gonna be like one of them Chase Young, Nick Bosa, where Zadarius Smith just gonna start taking plays off just because he got Hutchinson on the other side. I really think this just bolstered up a defense who was already looking phenomenal. I think let me double check if I'm not mistaken, they were already a top 5 defense. And I think they're just gonna get better from there. These Zadarius Smith trade for the Lions.
Yeah, I think they were top 5 defense.
I definitely like that because you look up the Lions, obviously without Aiden Hutchinson, they've been needing that edge presence. They've actually been playing pretty solid, but they've been relying on their blitz a lot of the times. And their secondary has been holding up, but when you're blitzing a lot, you leave that secondary vulnerable. And I don't know if I really want to trust them, It's different. It's different when we play in the Packers and whoever versus it's the playoffs and we got to play the Niners, and you know what I mean? So it's very different. So I think adding him to the team is very, very important for what they're trying to do. They look like probably the team to beat in the NFC, maybe even the entire league right now. So definitely kudos to them for that addition.
They look tough. I give you that. They look tough.
Definitely.
I think for me, the biggest trade that I really, really liked from today was Marshawn Lattimore going from New Orleans to Washington. You know what I'm saying? We talked about Washington. That's a team whose secondary is probably the biggest the weakest link on their team right now. So bringing in Marshawn Lattimore, all pro, you know what I'm saying, level of talent. I don't think he's been playing that well in New Orleans the past couple years, but also he's been dealing with injuries, and let's be honest, it's New Orleans, okay? they
might be cursed.
Yeah, they got a shaky situation over there. So I think him coming to a good team, a fresh start for him, is going to be pretty good. We saw what Dan Quinn has done with corners like Travion Diggs and all that in Dallas. So I definitely like that addition for the Commanders.
Yeah, and you were talking about
Kansas City. We're gonna take them. I ain't gonna lie.
And you were talking about some trades I thought was some of the worst ones or some of the head scratching ones. I scratched my head with Carolina trading Deontay Johnson. I mean, I don't know. You don't got much over there anyway. You just I don't know what only because I don't know what direction Carolina is going in. That makes sense. It's a great deal if you're Baltimore because you get another veteran wide receiver. But for Carolina, I really don't know what you're doing now. Like, I'm just confused about. I know we suck, but what do we? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? We suck. Well, what are we doing here? What direction are we going in?
Well, I think a lot of that is just he wasn't the best locker room guy, and I think that's really the secret. I think that's part of why the Steelers got rid of him, and I think that's why the Panthers ultimately decided to get rid of him as well. Because he just wasn't the biggest or the best locker room presence, So why not? The guy don't want to be here. He's complaining. He's not acting right in the locker room. Let's just get him out of town and get what we can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily like his fit in Baltimore. I don't think he's a type of wide receiver that they needed. Because to me, he does very similar things to what Zay Flowers is already doing for him. You know what I'm saying? But obviously they're familiar with him. They used to play him twice a year when he was in Pittsburgh. So they've probably been enamored with him for a while.
Also, shout out to Baltimore again. Depending on what you get, that Trey White trade is either a very good trade or just a very bad one. I hope you get the Trey White that was what he was a few years ago. Hope you get that Tre'Davious White. But, but thankfully you got him for next to nothing. You got him for a 7th round pick.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That was another deal that surprised me because, like you said, we know how talented Trey White is. So that surprised me. The Rams were letting him go, but I think he's just been struggling. He tear his Achilles, or I'm bugging. I think he had Achilles.
He had an ACL.
Or ACL, something like that. And he just ain't been the same since. But when he was healthy, you getting a very good cornerback, which the Ravens The Ravens need, man. That's always been a weak spot. Their corners have always been hit or miss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the best ability is availability, though. So we should see how that goes.
For sure. What
But
about
man,
you, Nico? Did you have any trades that you did not like?
Nah, really, I ain't gonna lie. I did scratch my head on the Deontay one too, because I was just like, I'm trying to see what direction that's trying to like take him.
Oh,
The Deontay Johnson. I think it's something that they, like you said, they play him twice a year, so I think it's something that they see. So I'm gonna let it be.
oh, the what they seen?
They seen something, but I mean, it's really a low risk, high reward. So
I think when you mentioned a Carolina Panthers wide receiver being traded, I thought you was going to talk about Jonathan Mingo going to the Cowboys. I don't know what Dallas is doing. Look, man, you know how embarrassing it is, bro? I know we talk about the Cowboys every week. Always first take. But you know how embarrassing it is, bro? Amari Cooper goes for what, a fifth or something? Devontae Adams goes for a third. DeAndre Hopkins goes for a six. Deontay Johnson goes for a six. And you go and trade a fourth rounder for Jonathan Mingo, bruh. Can you name one memorable Jonathan Mingo moment? Does anybody even know who Jonathan Mingo is, bruh? Like, no, like that's not a valuable wide receiver at all. He was good in college. Well, he was popping in college for sure. And I just didn't understand the trade at all by Dallas. I feel like they just got absolutely fleeced and hogged, especially when you consider the news that Dak Prescott's going on IR for his hamstring injury. So their season is pretty much done at this point. And now you're trading away valuable assets for a third wide receiver. It just didn't make sense to me at all. I don't know if it makes sense to y'all.
Dallas is in purgatory.
They just don't know what they're doing right now, like what they want to do.
I don't even know they really want to win. To be honest with you,
Jerry Jones is the problem. I know we got our next topic, but I'm already on it, sir. Whenever you're ready, because I got some stuff to say.
I said, Jason. Well, one other thing, I got a hot take, man. I don't know if it's hot or not. The biggest trade I did not like this season was Devontae Adams going to the Jets.
Oh yeah, I mean, the only reason I didn't want to beat on a dead horse with that one because he's still not producing.
I just didn't get it.
It's looking kind of
But I still stand behind the fact that I said I don't think Robert Salah was completely their problem. I think their problem is you giving Aaron Rodgers everything you want. That's your problem. And I'm usually for Aaron Rodgers, but you giving Aaron Rodgers everything you want ain't doing nothing for him.
But some other notable trades, before we move on, the Chiefs adding Josh Uche. He's a good, edge rusher, linebacker. Ernest Jones going to the Seahawks. That kind of surprised me a little bit because he went from the Rams to the Titans, and then now he's on the Seahawks. So he got flipped like 3 times in the past couple months. But he's a good linebacker. I think Seattle desperately needed that. And, we're going to talk about their division in a minute. But also Mike Williams. Mike Will going to the Steelers.
Yeah, I seen that.
I hope Mike Williams not washed, bro. Like he's still young enough to where ACL shouldn't knock him out for real, bro.
Yeah,
we shall see.
Hoping he get right.
But I think some teams that missed their opportunity here, man. I look at the Chargers. I look at the Dolphins. Like I look at even the Buccaneers. Even like they just stood pat. They didn't do anything at the deadline. I'm looking at those teams like. Y'all could have made a little upgrade here in the margins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just sitting there.
But we'll see. So moving on, man. One of the other big headlines from this NFL weekend, Dennis Allen, New Orleans Saints coach, gets fired. This is the second time he's been fired as a head coach. Both times were mid-season, and both times Derek Carr was his quarterback. That's kind of insane when you think about it. But what do you guys think was the biggest problem? What went wrong in New Orleans for Dennis Allen, for their franchise. They started the season off hot, 2-0. They were the talk of the league. Their offense was on fire, and then they lost 7 straight games.
Trust in Derek Carr.
I think, to be honest,
Trust in Derek Carr.
I don't know why they invested in him. I think that should have been just temporary thing. He seems like more.
I don't know why they're so stuck on Derek Carr.
Like
did y'all watch the last play of that game, bro? I'm so tired of.
I'm sorry. That's teams doing what, brother?
Bro. It was so the Saints had the ball. They needed to get a field goal. It was 4th and 4. 4th and 4, and Derek Carr throws a fade like 30 yards down the sideline. And that ends the game. It's incomplete. The dude's being blanketed. Incomplete pass ends the game. I'm like, it's 4th and 4. Y'all got plenty of time. Why are we throwing a fade with our game on the line? Let's get something else, in the middle of the field. Let's get a slant. Let's get something, you know what I mean? The last thing I'm going to do is throw a go ball or a deep ball to somebody who's being covered. And it happens time and time again. It happened in that Seattle game. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get that pass interference because they think that DB is going to panic and commit a PI. Yeah. But it just aggravates me, bro, when I see that. But that's just a little rant I just wanted to go on. Because it happens all the time. It happens all the time on a high leverage 4th down, and we're just throwing deep balls. Like, just pick up the yardage and move on, bro. But anyways.
Take what the defense gives you. It's that simple.
Exactly. Instead of just trying to force it. But I mean,
and I ain't gonna lie.
Tell you who forced it was Sam Darnold. You seen that pick? Oh man.
Yeah.
Man, hold on.
He had a little too much. He had a little too much dip on his shit.
Yeah, that shit broke, boy. That shit broke.
Too much dip on his shit.
Nah. They had too much dip, not no chip. I'm an avid Saints hater because I feel like they should be way better than they are. They've had too many weapons to keep wasting them with poor quarterback play. I'm gonna be honest, Spencer Rattler, he may not be the answer right now, but I would rather put somebody out there than Derek Carr. We keep seeing Derek Carr repeat the same cycle. Derek Carr is a fantasy quarterback, and he can't even do fantasy right no more. So why is Derek's vehicle still on my field? To me, that's the first step you went wrong. No reason Jameis Winston shouldn't have gotten a second shot in New Orleans. And I only say that not even because I'm a big Jameis Winston fan, yes, but what did Derek Carr do that impressed you that much that made you want to get rid of Jameis Winston and give Derek Carr his job?
It's the pay. He impressed them, but they was cutting them all them checks. That's why he's still the starter. It's the same thing in Cleveland with Deshaun Watson. We're paying the dude so much money that we cannot possibly take him out the game. That's the issue.
And that's what's irritating me because the NFL has a big quarterback development problem, but I don't think it's completely on the coaching staff. Sometimes the quarterback that some of these guys are sitting behind is just so god-awful and so atrocious that there's no way for you to succeed afterwards.
So boo-boo. Come on now.
Exactly. If Spencer Rattler sitting behind Derek Carr, Spencer Rattler gonna look like a piece of crap, just like Derek Carr is. Derek Carr frustrates us. He ruins. I don't know why. Derek Carr is where you send a weapon to die.
It's just a shame, bro, because Kamara's having like one of the best years of his career. You know what I'm saying? Their offensive line isn't perfect, but it's decent enough to hold up. And and you get the sense too, with the quotes after the game, that the team had kind of quit on the season, on the coach. And once you lose that locker room, it's a death knell.
Yeah.
And man, I'm gonna be honest. Why do you have the same record as the Panthers?
It's embarrassing.
To me, you're still out. Well, that's still one of the weaker divisions in football. It might not be the weakest, but is it still the weakest? It's probably still the weakest division in football. You're in the weakest division in football still.
I ain't gonna lie though. AFC South
outside of AFC East look worse than the South. Yeah. AFC East look worse than the South.
The AFC East?
Yeah, look worse than
Well,
AFC
besides
South.
the Bills.
Nah,
Besides
record wise, but the Dolphins are a good team. The Dolphins are a decent team. It's
They're
just
just-
I'm gonna pick it up. I know
But
he got
yeah,
a couple injuries though.
but yeah, it's the Saints. You got to be doing. There's no reason the Saints shouldn't be at least in the mix for, towards the top of that division, bro. It's just horrible.
And then I feel like a lot of people blame Carr for that Olave stuff. It's unfortunate, but I don't think he did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? It was just an unfortunate play from what I saw. It was just a very unfortunate play that happened with Chris Olave. And we know he has a history of concussions. But like you said, once you lose faith in your quarterback and your coach, that's a death knell in your season. You know what I mean?
And I think the turning point for this season, was when the Saints lost to the Falcons. That was the turn in week 4. I think that's what just turned this season upside down.
I'll tell you what turned around. It was Rashid Shaheed when he got injured. Because remember those first couple of weeks, their offense looked explosive, and he was a big part of that offense. You know what I'm saying? Because Derek Carr, like I mentioned earlier, he loves that deep ball. And Rashid Shaheed, he was a big, big contributor. As soon as he gets hurt, and of course Carr gets hurt with his oblique injury, which, by the way, I do feel like yesterday or Sunday, it's his first game back from an oblique injury. And y'all know, man, especially as a quarterback, you use that oblique for everything when you turn and throw the ball. I don't blame him for looking bad and shaky on Sunday. But I blame him because this has been a pattern for him throughout his career. Going back to when he was with the Raiders. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So it's embarrassing, man. You go out there and you lose to the Panthers. Mind you, their offense had more yards. They ran for more yards. They won the turnover battle, and they still found a way to lose the game. That just doesn't happen. I think I saw a stat that teams were 274-0 when that happens, and the Saints were the first team to lose in that situation out of 274. That's insane.
How crazy that is.
Before we continue, though, what did this game tell you about Bryce and the Panthers?
Ain't tell me nothing.
I ain't lying. They whispering. I can't hear that.
I was just asking. I had to ask.
It ain't tell me nothing. It just told me a team was. I mean, they have fight, but they're NFL players. You know what I'm saying? They have fight. They was hungry. They was at home. You know what I mean? And I always say, man, division games, I just throw them out the window. You know what I'm saying? You can lose to anybody in your division. It don't matter. You know what I mean? Because those teams are so familiar with each other. They have that rivalry with each other that I never – the Saints losing to the Panthers wasn't that shocking to me because I'm like, okay, that's a division game. You're supposed to win, but it's a division game. Now, if they went out and lose to, the Giants or something like that, I'll be like, okay, like, what's going on?
Not that jobs. Come on now.
Let's move on,
I know we were talking about real quick. You just said coach on the hot seat. I just got one name. We got to elaborate on it. But Doug Peterson, you will pay for your crimes against the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence. But we can continue.
Nah, bro. Nah, free Doug Peterson, man. He need a quarterback.
Free Trevor. What?
He need a quarterback, man.
Come on, bro.
Did you not watch that last pass, bro? That was literally.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going out of my way to watch. I'm not going out of my way to watch Jaguars games. I'm just gonna be honest.
So you glazing Lawrence, and you not even watching the tape.
I didn't watch one game. I watched his last 2. I even watched him go over to England.
You ain't even watching the tape, bro. Trevor Lawrence is atrocious. He's playing terrible football right now. He's making high school mistakes, bro. There's high schoolers who not making the same mistakes he's making right now, bro. And you can't even talk about the weapons because he got weapons. He got Evan Ingram. He got BTJ. Obviously, they lose Christian Kirk, but they got weapons over there. So you can't even talk about that.
Man, they don't even got the best ETN in the family playing, man.
Chill.
All right, I'm done. The best ETN still over there at Georgia, man.
Lost me there.
Chill.
I do. I do think Doug Peterson gonna get fired, but I don't think it's his fault. He's not an amazing coach to me, but he's a good enough coach to where the biggest thing that I'm seeing right now, and we've known this for a while, but when you get that quarterback position right, that will set you for life, man. You look at Washington with Jaden Daniels, that will set you for life.
Wasn't Doug a coordinator before?
True franchise quarterback, he was not going to last as a coach.
Wasn't Doug a coordinator at one point in time? No, he was the Eagles coach, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the Eagles head coach when they won the Super Bowl.
Okay, I knew I wasn't sure. I think he was just a victim of circumstance. That was just a very good team.
Man, you don't just become a victim. You got to be a good coach to win a Super Bowl, man, with your backup quarterback.
But Nick Foles not a regular backup, though.
He's a backup, man.
He's not a regular backup, though. You know Nick Foles had that locker room locked in.
He's still a backup, though.
He's a backup, man. Because what did he do before that, and what did he do after that?
Hey, man, it only take one time for lightning to strike. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl.
That boy had a insanity run, man.
I don't want to hear that.
Did Trent Dilfer not win a Super Bowl?
Hey, shout out to Dilfer, man. Trent Dilfer a GOAT, man.
Bro, Trent Dilfer.
He wasn't a backup. He was a starter.
Big Joe Flacco, man.
Trent Dilfer got carried by the best defense in NFL history and turned it into an entire ESPN career. Shout out to that man.
Shoot. I mean, Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl for Green Bay, man. That's proof that anything possible.
Bro, Aaron Rodgers is an elite level quarterback at one point in time.
Lost me there.
You are 4 MVPs later, but okay.
Wait, who said Aaron Rodgers wasn't elite? Well, hold on.
Just leave him alone. Superlatives, let's do it. Just leave him alone. He yapping right now. We still got college football playoff stuff to talk about, man. Let's keep it going.
That boy said Aaron Rodgers elite. Okay. So let's talk about some superlatives, man. Real quick hitters. I'll give you 3 teams. Who's the most likely to turn their season around and make the playoffs? Jets, Bengals, or Dolphins? Who you got?
Bengals.
Righteously, probably the Bengals. And not getting into too much detail, I could just see them sneaking in at 7.
It's a big game Thursday against the Ravens. They had to find a way to win on Thursday. I think if they lose, their season's going to be over. That puts them at, 7 losses, I believe?
It'll put them at 6.
Oh, 6 losses? Still. That's a big game on Thursday. They're going to have to win that one. But the AFC is shaky right now. So even the Dolphins, man, they've lost their past 2 games on walk-off field goals. And both games they easily should have won. You know what I'm saying? So I think with Tua coming back, they look a heck of a lot better. But it's just unfortunate that they went 0-2 those past 2 weeks. That set them back. So let's move on. How about the NFC West, man? We got all those teams within a game of each other. Cardinals, Niners, Rams, and Seahawks. Who is most likely to win that division? Who do you think, Jay?
I want to say the 49ers, but, man, it's just if they can get CMC back, I think they do it. But no Christian McCaffrey.
He returned to practice this week.
He does. Ayuk is out. Debo get hurt every other game. Kittle is actually going quite well. Kittle's actually going quite well. But, man, if they can get the offense together, I say Seattle. Not Seattle. I say the Niners. But, man, so much of me really wants to believe in Seattle, bro.
Nah, I don't see it.
I mean, I said I want to believe in Seattle. It's a feel-good story. But if I'm being realistic, I still think the Niners can pull it off, especially if they get CMC back pretty soon. But you talk about big games. I think this is a big game for them on Sunday against the Bucs. Only reason I feel like it's a big game, no, it's not a – huh?
I was actually thinking about going to that game until all the Bucs wide receivers got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Only reason I say it's a big game is because you're tight. You're tied in record with the Rams, and you're 1 game behind the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So you got to win. You got, especially games like this that should be easy wins for you because your defense is that much better. I feel like you got to win these games.
I do like the Niners. I think the Niners are the best team in the division, and I think they will make the playoffs. But I think the Rams are probably going to win the division. I really like what they've been putting together. They've got their wide receivers healthy. And they got them FSU boys, boy. Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, man. Shout out to the FSU boys, man. They've been holding it down on defense. 2 rooks. I think Jared Verse is probably the favorite for defensive rookie of the year. Yeah, so shout out. I know I'm wearing the Florida hoodie. This is a gift from my big cousin. Shout out, Ashley. You know what I'm saying? But I am a Seminole till I die. And, you know, when they drafted my FSU boys.
You got the op on, though. That's crazy.
Huh?
You got the op on, though. That's crazy.
Nah, we don't care about Florida. It's Miami. It's Miami.
Okay.
And we know what it is with Florida, man. We know them lizards. We already know what it is.
Talking about them lizards.
Hey, let's keep it moving. Hey, you got the next one. I need to talk about this next one.
Oh no! Who is most likely to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs? Don't say who I think he gonna say, bro.
I already got mine.
Don't sit up here and lie, bro.
He gonna say the Ravens.
What you talking about? I ain't even answering.
Mad at it. I ain't mad at it because I'm gonna say the Ravens too.
Hey, there we
I
go.
think the Ravens most likely to beat the Chiefs, man.
I think I was gonna say that's the only team that could beat them in my eyes, bro.
So what about NFC? You don't think the Lions or Niners?
I definitely think the Lions get them some smoke now, because I think the Lions is just all around a better team. But I'm gonna be honest, if the Chiefs get, I can see the Chiefs. I told you I can see the Chiefs losing to Carolina. So I don't know why it always shapes up like this, where an extremely crappy team ends up beating an extremely great team.
Here he go. Well, it should have happened. Think about it. It should have happened last night. They should have lost to the Bucks, if we being honest.
Man, the NFL needs I think they did what they're supposed to do. They had a high success rate on first downs and early down situations. But I think that when you get Kareem Hunt rushing for dang near 4 yards to carry, it's gonna be hard to lose. Kareem Hunt averaged 3.9 yards a carry last night.
This boy said they finna lose to the Panthers. You're bugged. I do think
if they lose, then what?
They're not losing. If Patrick Mahomes is healthy, they're not losing to Panthers, bro. I guarantee that, bro. I put my entire life savings on that.
You're gonna be a broke soul.
What's that like savings now? Hey, remember this now. We'll come back to
we will spend this back because they play in like 2 weeks.
I will say I know the Ravens. I like what I'm seeing out of them, but I think it might be the Bills.
I don't.
I think it's the Bills' year, man. The Bills. I really like.
They still find a way to just lose it.
If Patrick keep getting these horse tranquilizer shots in the tunnel, bro, they're not losing to nobody in the AFC. The Bills' problem is they need them at home, and they're not gonna get the Chiefs at home. That's the Bills' problem.
But they already got them at home.
I know, but that's your best chance to win is get them out of Arrowhead.
Yeah.
So the Bills play them,
and they be
next week. They play them next week in Buffalo. Chiefs, Bills.
I mean, we'll see, but regular season and playoff, 2 different atmospheres, man.
They should have made that. They should have made that the Sunday night game, bro. I hate when we put trash teams on Sunday night, bro. And we got good teams playing at 4.
Bro, wasn't it like it was the Giants and somebody one time? I was like,
it was Giants. They replaced it with Bengals Chargers. I mean, that's what it was. Bengals. Justin Herbert in prime time. You know, I ain't mad about that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Justin Herbert in prime time. Now he gonna show everybody he better than that fraud Joe Burrow. But I just wish we could have seen Chiefs Bills. That's a prime time game to me. But I look at the Bills, man. The reason why I like them is the same reason why I like the Chiefs. Same reason why I like the Lions and the Ravens. They have versatility. They can beat you in multiple ways. They don't beat you the same way every week. And when we talk about contenders, when we talk about the playoffs, that's going to be a big, big skill to have in your arsenal. Because 1 week we can beat you with the run. 1 week Josh Allen can go crazy on you. 1 week is going to be our defense showing up. I really like what they're building out in Buffalo. They just got to stay healthy and stay locked in for real.
Is Pacheco coming back anytime soon?
I don't think so.
They said he could get back by playoffs, but personally, I doubt it. The type of injury he had.
He had an ankle, didn't he?
Well, remember, he had the same injury as Mark Andrews last year. Mark Andrews came back by the second round, but you know he wasn't the same.
He wasn't the same at all. Bro.
He wasn't the same player. So, especially as a running back, he's young. I wouldn't risk it personally.
Kareem Hunt looks looks exceptionally well in that role. So I'm not even tripping. That's all I can say. Kareem Hunt looks
He definitely doing
exceptional.
his thing.
My biggest take has always been about running back. You don't need a superstar running back. You look at the past Super Bowl champions, man. How many of them had an All-Pro running back?
I mean, not many teams. I'm gonna be honest. Not many teams. You're not gonna see many All-Pro running. What? Wait, you said McCaffrey? Oh, you said Super Bowl winning.
I'm talking about Super Bowl champions.
Okay.
You look at the past couple of years. Most of the Super Bowl champions, bro, their running backs have been average or below average.
Did the Eagles, was Ajayi on that Eagles team? Because didn't he have like an All-Pro-ish type of year one year? Was that the Eagles? The Eagles?
Who?
Come on, dog.
Oh, who'd you say?
I said Jay Ajayi. When was he on the Eagles that year they won the Super Bowl?
I don't think he was.
Okay. I know he had a crazy year. But I get what you're saying. If we got to look back this far, then.
Yeah. And then, two, the way teams are playing now, their passing game is an extension of the run game. I do think that's why they're going to miss Rashee Rice because he had to play that role for them. But you got Hardman, you got Juju, them little screen passes, them little out routes, you know what I'm saying? That's an extension of your run game. So you don't really need to run the ball for real. Just give me a running back who can get me 3-4 yards of carry. I don't need a home run hitter.
Leonard Fournette won the All-Pro, but he was running back.
Man, get out of here, bro.
I think he wasn't an All-Pro, but he was running back for 10.
We gonna sit up here and act like Leonard Fournette at that time in his career was one of the best running backs in the league.
I'm just naming solid running backs.
Can we do?
I'm just saying those running backs at the time when they win in Super Bowls, they just average running backs. They not elite running backs. They're not the Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey types that are winning Super Bowls. The Patriots winning Super Bowls with Sony Michel. You know what I'm saying? That's my point.
I got you.
But anyway, this is my last superlative. Who's the most likely to have the number one pick? Now we have multiple teams right now. Every team has more than one win, but we have a lot of teams with 2 wins. So we got the Panthers, Saints, Giants, Patriots, Raiders, Jaguars, Browns, Dolphins, Titans.
I think Vegas and New York are gonna be the king of the losers.
Vegas and New York. Hey, that's a big game this Sunday. Panthers and Giants in Germany.
Yeah,
that's a punishment for World War II.
That's going to determine. Hey, that's going to determine where Cam Ward go.
Cam Ward, is that your QB1? We gotta talk about this later.
Yeah,
we got one of these.
Nah,
Cam Ward the QB1?
No.
Oh, I'm just checking.
I've been saying who my QB1 is.
That boy from Rado, ain't it?
No.
I gotta get.
Personally, real quick. I think Jackson Dart is going to be the best quarterback in this draft class, but I don't think he's going to be the first quarterback taken. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think Shador's going to be the first QB going.
I think Shador is going to be the first quarterback too. But
I'm not mad at that though. Like the more I've been watching him play, the better he looks. And I say this because I want to talk about. Well, if y'all want to, we can transition. I want to talk a little bit about the playoff because they just released the first ranking.
Hold on. Y'all think gonna get the first pick? Y'all said Raiders.
I think Raiders.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. See them Patriots or them Saints.
Oh yeah, but I don't think the Patriots would keep that pick. They would probably trade down and get.
No. They really like Travis Hunter, is what I've.
But do you think Travis Hunter goes 1?
He don't got to go 1, but he gonna go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the Patriots it's the Patriots. They're extremely smart and crafty. You know this being a Patriots fan. If Las Vegas or somebody end up getting like pick 3 or 4, they're gonna trade down.
Oh, I'll tell you why it's not smart. Because a team that's trading for the first pick is only trying to trade up for a quarterback.
Exactly.
But the Patriots already have their quarterback of the future, Drake May. So the Patriots can't act like, oh, y'all better trade us picks, because if not, we're going to draft Shador. Teams already, they're going to call their bluff. You see what I'm saying? They don't have the leverage. Yeah. They don't have the leverage there. That's why it's not going to work. Now, if they didn't have Drake May, that would absolutely work. But because Drake May is there, teams are like, they're not going to take Shador. So
yeah, but somebody'd be dumb enough. Somebody'd be dumb enough to make that trade.
We saw what the Panthers did.
Yeah, I think Vegas would be dumb enough to make that trade.
They desperate, that's for sure.
Exactly. That's why I think Vegas would
Dallas. I think Dallas is going to be desperate for a quarterback.
You think even after paying Dak, they still draft QB?
Yes. Because what has Dak done for me this year? We got 3 wins. We're not making the playoffs. So why are you?
Is this not one of them? Is this not one of them? Hey, you making too much money? We gotta see it out, see it through a little bit.
No,
I'm just checking.
He's been there forever, and I actually like Dak, and I don't think he's a problem in Dallas.
Jerry Jones.
But if we're talking about from a management perspective, I'm drafting a rookie quarterback. He might sit for a year or two. He might be in competition with Dak, but I'm drafting him.
So you pulling the Packers. draft his replacement in front of him.
Absolutely.
I don't see the problem. Worked out fine. It works out fine for a lot of teams. Hey, can we transition to college football real quick?
Yeah, let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about NBA.
I bet. Real quick hit on the college football. I finally came up with a top 5 QB list. You let me know what you think. We ain't got to get too much into detail with it. All right. So I have. Fed you back.
Back in here, baby.
All right. So I think my top 5 QBs. And I'm gonna do a lot more research going forward.
What top 5 is in the league?
No. Top 5 college going into the draft.
Draft prospects.
Well, yeah,
from what I'm saying, Shador will be my QB1. You know, it's crazy to say this, but Cam Ward is probably my QB2. He looks really nice. Crazy? Because I wasn't a big Cam Ward guy before the season started. He's just grown a lot, and I like his game a lot.
I still think he got some bad habits in there, to where I'm not sure about him as a pro.
I understand. My number 3, I hate to say it, but he hasn't been playing great right now. But Carson Beck still has to be probably my number 3.
Yes, sir.
Carson Beck has to be
yes, sir.
Going back, I'm gonna be real. The thing that fits Carson a lot is he plays in a pro style system. To me,
Carson Beck think that gives he just throw too many picks.
That gives him a big advantage. But Fed, you know who else threw a whole lot of picks early in their career? Not saying it's gonna be him, but Peyton Manning threw a metric ton of picks his first year in the league, and we see how that happened.
Here you go.
Come on, man. You can't compare the Peyton Manning right now.
I'm just saying, my number 4 quarterback is still Quinn Ewers. I ain't quite ready to give up on Quinn Ewers yet. I feel like he's very nice. And my number 5, I like Jackson Dart a lot. I feel like he's a very great prospect. I don't think he's gonna go that high. I feel like Dylan Gabriel is gonna get overhyped. I don't know why we got Penn State quarterback up so high. I'm not understanding that. Not understanding that one. I told y'all that's gonna be our Zach Wilson. I'm calling it now. But
I don't know where his hype came from.
Me neither. I'm not a Dylan Gabriel fan, but I understand why people put him up that high. I just don't like Dylan Gabriel. I feel like he's 5'11", not a strong arm quarterback, and he's a lefty. So you're gonna have to literally get drafted to the perfect system in order to thrive as a QB.
So he's Tua.
Pretty much, yeah, he's Tua. But I'm gonna be honest though.
Tua got a strong arm though.
Tua beating the noodle arm allegations. I don't think Dylan Gabriel looked like he's 5'8" on the field. I don't think he beating the noodle arm allegations.
Dylan Gabriel was good enough to keep the league. He'd be in the league right now.
Yes, but those will be my 5: Shador, Cam, Carson Beck, Quinn Ewers, and Jackson Dart.
I am mad at it. I think I have the same 5. I don't know about Cam Ward though. Like I said, I want to see Miami play like the actual good team. I want to see that before I put Cam Cam Ward up there. Maybe the ACC championship game if they play Clemson or even the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Let's see you go up against Georgia and prove it a little bit. Yeah. I do like Jackson Dart's game a lot.
Reminds me of Baker Mayfield.
Dart?
Yeah.
I do. I see more. Anyway. I see Justin Herbert in there. I don't know about Baker.
Low key mix.
I mean, just a gunslinger. He like a gunslinger to me. I love a gunslinger quarterback.
Yeah. And I like Carson Beck a lot too. I see more Baker with Carson Beck, if anything. The only thing is the height. The height is a big advantage for him. He's like, 6'3", 6'4". But I do like Carson Beck. Before the season, I thought he was the best quarterback. Now, I would probably have him at 3 or 4. Jalen Milroe, I still can't write him off, man.
He's a close 6 for me. He's got to impress me these last few games. He's got time because he's got time to move up on my list.
His IQ just not there, bruh. That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. They can't lose no more.
Oh, they play in LSU this week too.
Yeah, LSU. Hey, but look, real quick here before we talk to the NBA. The first top 25 was released today. Number 1, Oregon. 2, Ohio State. 3, Georgia. I'm only gonna do the top 12 because it's playoff. 4, Miami. 5, Texas. 6, Penn State. 7, Tennessee. 8, Indiana. 9, BYU. 10, Notre Dame. 11, Bama. 12, Boise State.
Hey man, they take Indiana and take BYU out of there. Nobody trying to see them, bro.
I'm gonna be honest, and Boise. I'm gonna be real. The only team I'm gonna lock right now is Boise getting in. Don't know where they get in at, but Boise they got an easy schedule. And I'm gonna be real. If they run it back with Oregon, they're gonna beat Oregon the second time around.
You know, Indiana State got to play Ohio State.
Yeah, and BYU. If I'm not mistaken, in BYU and Colorado and all them in the Big 12 together.
Yeah. Hey.
BYU don't play Colorado though.
They don't. But the just lost. Indiana State just lost. So it's a chance that if Indiana State lose again and Colorado win out, it's a chance Colorado get in.
You mean
that's what I'm about to say? I think Colorado's getting in, bro.
I do too. I think that because I believe they can probably beat BYU if we're being real. I don't think it's a team in that conference that they can't beat right now.
They need
because they should have beat K-State.
Are you talking about Iowa State?
K-State lost.
Yeah, K-State lost. I'm talking about Colorado. I think it's a chance that Colorado could get in just off of being a conference champ. But the only teams I'm gonna say
they can get in.
Oh, for sure. The only teams I'm gonna say are locks right now. I feel like Georgia and Texas are gonna be locked because I think they're gonna play in the SEC championship game against each other. I'm not gonna say Tennessee is a lock yet because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Tennessee still got what you call it? Yeah, I say Tennessee still got Georgia, so that's in 2 weeks. Bama still got LSU. That's gonna be a big determining game. I don't know about Penn State. They may be a lock, but I do think out of all the top 12, I don't think Boise State control their own destiny. And that's because they're gonna want Ashton Genty on the big screen because of how good he's doing. And they just got a very easy schedule going forward.
You said Miami's a lock?
I think Miami might be a lock too, yes, because I don't see anybody else beating them outside of Clemson. And even if they lose one game, it's gonna be hard for them to drop 58 million spots.
Miami, Oregon, and Ohio State are the only locks for me right now. Because you look at Boise State, maybe if they win out, they're a lock.
Bro, they played 3-7 Nevada, 5-3 San Jose State, and 2-7 Miami.
Wyoming. I told y'all at the beginning of the season.
My biggest thing.
I told you at the beginning of the season, it's gonna be a team that don't nobody expect. They gonna slip in there.
And I think they beat if they play Oregon again. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Oregon.
No. Yeah, they can beat Oregon, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
If they on their P's and Q's all game, I think they can beat Oregon.
It's just like his Panthers versus the Chiefs, man.
Don't do that. Oh no!
Don't do that at all.
He tweaking. He tweaking not.
But the biggest issue with the SEC right now, man, is there's going to be a lot of cannibalism that happens because all these teams are playing each other. I saw a tweet the other day that if certain results happen, there's going to be a 7-way tie for the SEC, the top SEC team, a 7-way tie. Imagine that. So
that's why we need conferences still in the SEC. We need East and West again.
They do.
They don't have East and West no more. It's one big conference. No, it's one big conference now.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's 16 teams. They need to be split up 8 and 8 again. It really shouldn't be 16 SEC teams, if I'm being honest. I hate to be that guy, but if I'm being honest, it shouldn't be 16 SEC teams.
So where should they go then?
Missouri, get the F out. We didn't even want you here. We didn't want you here in the first place. Yeah.
Auburn needs to get out.
We a real SEC team, brother. We've been here too long. And honestly, I don't know how Oklahoma got the bid to get in. And Texas A&M is good, but that's another team that I don't understand why you're here. Vandy, I was gonna say that's my fourth one. Vandy, you could go be in the ACC or somewhere. Those 4 teams can be out of the SEC, and I wouldn't be upset.
Auburn needs to go ahead and go.
You got a Florida sweatshirt on. Please be quiet.
Bro, Vandy are dominating the ACC. I mean, not ACC, I meant.
Probably so.
Shoot.
They ain't dominating here. Get Oklahoma out. Get Missouri out. Get Vanderbilt out. And get Texas A&M out.
You hating, bro.
I'm not hating.
What did you say? Get who out? Texas A&M?
Yes, get them out of here too. We got Texas. We got the real Texas.
We need College Station, bro.
I think we got Texas A&M earn their spot. I'll give them that.
Man, we got the real Texas team now. I ain't been interested in them since Johnny Manziel and Mike Evans. Get them out of here.
They ain't get Mississippi State out. That's who they can get.
They ain't gonna kick. I don't think they'll kick State out. They don't. They might not need to be in there, but I don't think State gets kicked out. But
NBA real quick, bro.
12 Embiid suspension. Somebody
don't care about Embiid, bro.
Somebody put on Twitter they should make him play 3 back-to-backs.
Yeah, I really don't care about Joel Embiid, bro. I'm at that point. Like, I don't care about you unless you playing, bro. That's it.
You also do you think the NBA has a ticket problem?
What you mean?
Well, yeah, like
I saw everybody talks about why the NBA doesn't have the same environment as like the EuroLeague or something, and tickets are very high and everything else. Do you think we have a ticket problem in the NBA that they're trying to turn the NBA into strictly money over true fandom?
No, bruh. You know what the problem is? The way that they're building arenas. And this is why I actually like what Ballmer has done, because with the Intuit Dome, because he's actually went in to purposely build his arena to be a certain way. But the way they're building arenas now is to be multifaceted, where we can have basketball, but we can also do concerts and have hockey and have this and have that. So, we're isolating the fans, because when you look at a college gym or one of those EuroLeague gyms, they're very close together. Go look at Duke. Go look at the seating in Duke versus the seating
Indiana.
in else. You know what I mean? It's a difference in the way that teams are building arenas, because they're like you said, they're chasing the money. I just don't think that's how the product is. They're 2 different games. They're 2 different products. The EuroLeague is about basketball. The NBA is about entertainment.
But I don't know. I think the NBA is about hoops too. But I feel like the in-season tournament should have showed you.
Man, let's be honest, bro. Nobody care about it in season. Let's be honest.
Nah, I can't say that. Because when it happened last, everybody was looking at it, bro.
You know why? Let me tell you why. Because LeBron James was in there.
Man,
that's the reason.
Does it matter?
Come on, man.
Yes. Okay. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
If it's the Portland Trailblazers versus the Pacers,
hold on.
Are y'all watching?
Portland and Pacers. Off of what I seen last year, I watched it. But I like to watch hoops though.
I think
the bad teams,
people gonna watch it, bro.
The bad teams last year though put up some of the best fights in the in-season tournament. The in-season tournament was competitive all the way up to the last game.
The Lakers were dog water last year, but they won that championship.
Well, yeah, but That's all. I feel like
they got that
I'm
back.
gonna say this, and then we can move on to our normal NBA stuff. I feel like NBA tickets, if the bottom 3 rows of each side should be super expensive, and everything else should be 100 and under. My personal opinion.
Everything else, like right behind it.
I mean,
Everything four
that's
rows
easy.
and back should be 100 and under.
That's easy to say, but at the end of the day, it's a business. You're not the one keeping the lights on. You know what I'm saying?
Man, they're gonna keep the lights on anyway, selling $20 hot dogs and $160 jerseys. It's gonna keep the lights on anyway.
That's
my brother.
My
brother, I bought a Nike baseball jersey, a Colorado Rockies jersey to be exact, because I have a Rockies hat. No number on the jersey. It was $130. They're gonna make their money.
Well, they scammed you.
But let's keep it moving. My bad, Sherm. I had to go on a little tangent.
Are you straight, fam? Let's talk about it real quick. Cleveland Cavaliers, man. Are they for real? What's going on?
Man, they look good. And Donovan Mitchell is playing bad. That's the thing.
I don't believe it.
He's not playing bad, but he's not playing up to Donovan Mitchell-ish standards either. And that's the scary part. Everybody else is finally playing up to the standard that we want them to be playing at. Yeah. And Donovan Mitchell hadn't caught his foot in this season. That is the scary part. The man who put up 70 last year hadn't caught his foot.
But is that further proof? I got 2 points. A, is that further proof that him and Garland don't work together? Because it seems like Garland is going off at his expense, or he goes off at Garland's expense. They never go off together. They never play well together. Yeah. And you know where I've seen that before? I saw it last year with Trae Young and DeJounte Murray.
Yep. I was just going to say that.
I think the Cleveland boys are better players. Not better player than Trae Young, but better than DeJounte Murray. Yeah. So it looks better, but that's what I'll say. But also about the Cavs, in my second point, I don't believe it quite yet, because I'm looking at their schedule, all their wins: Raptors, trash; Pistons, trash; Wizards, trash; Knicks, okay, good win; Lakers, good win; Magic without Paolo, trash; Bucks, trash; and then the Bucks without Giannis, uber trash. So to me, they haven't really beat anybody impressive. Their only real impressive win for me was the Lakers. And that was an emotional game where they was coming from LA. That's a schedule loss, I feel like. So when I'm looking at the Cavs, man, their real test is going to come November 19th when they play the Boston Celtics. Yes,
why the Boston Celtics the testing point for each team? I understand they're the champs.
You know,
they're the best team in the league.
It's not the testing point for each team, Shamor.
But I'm saying they're not going to play real comp. Well, I'll take that back, because they got the Steph Curry is back.
Yeah, I was just going to say. They got the Warriors, and on the 13th, they got the Sixers, who should be at full strength by then.
Man,
don't say nobody's worried about the Sixers, because that Sixers is still a very solid team.
No, you know who the Sixers are? The Sixers are the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA, bro. I'm so mad and I'm tired of it.
But you know, I look, he said that a while ago. It's starting to make sense. Right?
It does make sense. I agree with it. I didn't agree with it when you said it, but now I do. Man, because I look at Embiid and I look at Dak, and I'm
there you go. Come on. And I ain't gonna lie. I like Embiid, but I don't know,
bro. That's
But we always talk about his playoff stuff. In the regular season, he's godlike. So that's why I said it's a real test coming up then too. But I get what you're saying about Cleveland. And honestly, I don't know.
You know, I ain't gonna lie, Sherm, I used to compare the Celtics to the 49ers, because y'all kept making the conference finals and the finals, and then, you know, but y'all won, they did. So I don't know if I can compare y'all no more.
Put some respect on us, bro.
I'll give you this. Hey, hold up, bro. I can give you this, bro. Tatum looking nice.
MVP.
Yeah. But what's next, man? What we got?
Next, we leave. We out, man. This is the outro. We out of time, fam.
Can I bring up one thing?
Go ahead.
Doc Rivers is I'm not gonna say Doc Rivers is completely the problem. I said this before, and I will stand on it. Giannis Antetokounmpo is the Bucks' problem. He's looking like Aaron Rodgers right now, demanding stuff, and now that you fired a good coach because he wouldn't play your funky sorry behind brother who just tore his Achilles. You got rid of a good coach because your brother sucked. The NBA is full of nepotism. They're full of nepotism, yes, but when you got games where you and Dame scoring like combined 60 and 70, and y'all still can't win. Stop trying to throw Doc Rivers under that bus. Giannis, you asked for this. This is exactly what you wanted because you've won. To me, you've won championships with more complete teams, but less talent. He never played with a player as good as Damian Lillard, and they fit very well together.
Can we talk about the Bucks? Can we talk about the Bucks' real problem? Because it's not coaching. It's for dang sure not Giannis.
I think he's part of the problem. But
they ain't got no role players. They ain't got. It's Giannis and nobody.
I don't think they got a good locker room.
Chris Middleton hasn't played. Bobby Portis is a shell of himself. Connaughton is a shell of himself. Can y'all name another player on the Bucks?
I'm telling you, I think
Trayvon Duval.
Huh?
Trayvon Duval.
Man, be quiet.
I don't even know who that is.
He played for the Bulls,
man.
I don't even know who that is. That's my point. That's my point.
Always talking about leaving, bro. He talking about that all the time. I'm tired.
That's my point. They've done such a horrible job of drafting and developing talent. And when they did have it, they had Dante DiVincenzo, they had Grayson Allen, and they let him go for nobody.
Let him walk.
That's their problem right now.
They didn't let me play GM.
They had Drew Holiday. Instead of trading Drew Holiday for some assets,
you traded him for Damian Lillard.
For assets, they traded him for an older point guard who don't play defense. That's their problem right now. And if I'm Giannis has not been playing well to me at all. I think offensively, he still looks like the same player, but defensively, he doesn't have that same effort level. He doesn't play with that same energy.
That irritated me. Because why would you not guard Donovan Mitchell? Why would you not guard? If you're the best defender, DPOY, you my POA defender, you should be on Donovan Mitchell.
I will say, Giannis has never done that.
That's not Giannis' game to be.
The year he actually started doing that is the year they won the championship, which is the funniest part. Because remember, they lost to Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs when he was with Toronto. Giannis wasn't guarding Kawhi. Giannis wasn't guarding Embiid when they lost him. You know what I'm saying? Giannis was never guarding Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
It's never been Giannis on the best player, which I kind of understand too because he's one of their best rim protectors. So I'd rather have him off ball because he's a better rim protector than Brook Lopez, I would say. Help defender.
Well, that year Brook went bad though, as far as rim protection.
Yeah, for sure. But Giannis is a better rim protector. Let's be honest. So I do understand having him off ball, but Giannis, for better or for worse, Giannis does not have the personality of some of the biggest superstars in the league, and I think that's kind of biting him right now because he's trying to behave. Yeah, y'all know that meme where it's like little bro wanted McDonald's, but he had McDonald's money. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about Giannis right now. Giannis wanted this, Giannis wanted that, but he don't got the clout that LeBron and KD and them got. He don't.
And he in Milwaukee now. Can't forget that.
But it's all right because he's gonna be a Celtic, pretty soon. So,
right.
Who y'all? How is it gonna work? Explain that, please.
What you mean?
How is that gonna work? Elaborate. How does he end up there?
It's a trade, bro.
What I'm saying? What's already giving up?
6th man of the year, Peyton Pritchard. We probably gonna have to give up Derek White in that trade as well, and Al Horford just to make the salaries match.
All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here, Sean. Let's go ahead and get out of here.
What I deserve.
So when you say trade Giannis to the Heat for Duncan Robinson,
I never said I wanted Giannis. I didn't say I wanted Giannis.
I'm the problem.
I never said I wanted Giannis though. I've openly been against getting one superstar player because we're giving up our whole future. Our future look decently bright right now, and I'm not willing to give it all up for 2 guys.
Who future look bright?
Okay, get me out of here, please.
That's it for the podcast, fellas. Ladies, gentlemen, appreciate y'all for watching. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Please make sure you follow the lounge on all our social media platforms. Tap in with us. Like, share, repost. You know what I'm saying? Spread the love, and the love will come right back to you.
Tight.
Any last words, fellas? Rico, any last words, sir?
Man, 6-3, man.
6-3. That's it.
What does that even mean?
He's talking about the Falcons.
Anyways, Jay, any last words, sir?
What's the Chargers rate?
Hey man, wow. Hey man,
And the
appreciate y'all for
Chargers
coming out.
6-3 too, ain't it?
Yeah.
Nah.
They're like 5-4.
Same thing, man.
Hey man, appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Sherm, thank you for hosting for me on last minute. I am beat up. And man, we got great stuff planned for y'all. We back to our normal schedule. Thursday we'll be back for y'all with the remix. AKA, you know, we coming back with the nightcap, man. It's gonna be great things coming up. And yeah, man, y'all boys be easy.
Yes, sir. It's been your man, President Sherm. Always remember, fellas, if you can make her smile and giggle, you never mind. Let me stop. There's a podcast.
Check it out.
Hey man.
Is he gonna end it or not?
I hit it, bro. It's just trying to end. It's trying to end.